Alright guys, so good morning. It's a new day. The sun's still trying to come up. It's kind of actually a rainy day. I want to go over these PowerMasters. I'm pretty sure PowerMaster doesn't watch my videos, but there's room for improvement, and it's just something we can learn. And if they want to make improvements down the road, they can, and they have somebody based in the field that's going to tell them straight up. And I also, just so you know what you're up against, and you can say, you know, you can put in the comments below, you know, what I like, what I dislike. I think you're right, Dave. I think you're wrong. I think you're an idiot. I think you're really smart. I think you're really cute. Just saying. Anyways, let's take a look. And power. Drivey. Okay, so first thing, I know in one of the Google chats that I'm in, that I watch, I do watch it a little bit, but it gets pretty overwhelming, so sometimes I don't comment, sorry guys. As I know the guys were talking about this white cord. Now from what I could tell, there's nothing else. They just give you this white cord. Right here. This is it. So unfortunately, society nowadays, we're pretty used to red cord. I'm just saying. And it's difficult to have that mindset of telling a customer when you're so conditioned through Genie, LiftMaster, to say, hey, is there a red cord? Pull it, because I don't think what people understand, you understand this if you're a business owner and you've been doing this for years. You understand because somebody's going to call you, like I always say, 5 o'clock on a Friday, when you're trying to go camping, when you're trying to go out with your family, when you're out trying to do something, and they're going to go, oh Dave, my door won't go down, the power went out, or it's jacked up, or whatever. You always want to give the customer as many options as possible so you can enjoy your weekend. So you don't have to call a technician or call one of your workers or go out there yourself if you're a sole proprietor. But it could get it's that couple more seconds that might get confusing. Now I know it's simple as a cord, right? It's just a little cord. Find the cord and pull it. But I don't know. You know, I've seen it even better where they put a warning on here that this thing can come down and it could hurt you. I've had them before where I'm sitting there screwing around, not thinking, and all of a sudden the J-arm comes like this. You know, almost right here in the teeth. So that's one thing. Another thing. The manufacturing of this is too much, and it's hard to see, but I had to grind the corners off to make it fit in this bracket. Now if you had a regular L bracket, I'm sure it's fine, but this bracket right here, to be universal, I had to nip like all the sides to make it so it would pivot in this zone. It's got too much pronounced to it. I'll show you here in a second. So it's this right here. This is too thick. This needs to be machined so that's round. I'll get rid of some of this material. Really, it just needs to be machined until it's round. This is it's just too much. Okay, before I jump up back and lift, just had a phone call. These photo eyes, you know, they are what they are. I can't really say good or bad. I do feel like they have heavier wire than what comes from Menards for those extreme, well, it used to be extreme garage door openers. So I can't tell you if this is really an inferior or good photo eye. I haven't had enough time with them. I really haven't. I don't know. I just don't know. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things that it's like putting rims off a Ford Focus onto a Cadillac, right? And there might be nothing wrong with them. They might do the job. They're fine, but it's just like you're sitting there going, that Ford Focus let me down or broke down. I shouldn't say that because I had a Ford Focus at one time. And it was a good runner. I used to actually permanent marker on top of the hood, all the stuff I used to do it, spark plugs and the compression. It was really funny because when I was at work, everybody would walk past my car and they do this like, what the heck is that? I go, oh, that's anything I've done to it, any service. I put my service notes right on the hood or right on the trunk lid, and that way I had all my notes because I didn't care. It was like a $400 car. It was a beater, but it ran good until I ran over a bump one day and I was shifting gears and I blew the transmission out for some reason. Don't know what happened there, but don't shift gears on bumpy roads or bad bumps because you might pop a gear and wreck your transmission. Anyways, another thing is they don't send enough wire, which is kind of whatever. Obviously I'm only halfway down the trolley, and this is a 14-foot tall door. which is kind of typical of all the manufacturers. It seems like maybe Genie sends enough, but not always. So let's take a look back here. I want to show you this PowerMaster up in the air here, because there's some things. I mean, you know, honestly, from the looks of it, it personally is kind of an ugly machine, but it's just because I'm accustomed to a certain look in a machine. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I do like the American flag. I do like that. I really do. And I like their little emblem here. I mean, it's actually like they actually spent some money on this, and it's nice. And I like the little gear. It's pretty cool. And I do like seeing this. I like seeing that. I like my options, boy. I like options. So the other thing is, let me throw this cover down. Is this is what throws me a little bit? Is this wiring this up, right? So you look in here, you know, limit nut's pretty standard. I know one of the guys was crying a little bit about this spring tension. This, you know, I mean, sure, it could probably be re-engineered a little better, blah, 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 whatever. You know, these feel okay. Other thing is this. This right here irritates me, because I had to think about it. So this is what I'm going to do in the field, because I really don't have the connections. And if I do have the connections, I'm probably not going to do it because I'm lazy. I feel like that terminal block should have my ground. There's already, I seen 2 wires dumping off this right there. And so I assume maybe one was just loose hanging in here and it needed to get connected into this block, because I got an empty block here. Why not use this empty block? So what I'm saying is I would put a splice in here somewhere to have this empty block, so when the guy's out in the field and he's wiring his stuff up, he can just stick them in the blocks and away you go. You know, maybe I'm overthinking that, maybe I'm wrong. Comment below. But you know, I see they got a ground here, like they're being really safe, and then they also have a ground wire running out to the motor, I believe. It's somewhere back here. Okay, so it's there. So it's like we're really cautious and really proud of our grounds, which is fine and dandy, but give me an easy hookup right there, because these blocks are kind of, they're okay, but you know, give me a block right there for my ground, because I want an electrician coming and then testing it. And we always cut off all our old cords off residential openers. Saves about $15 per cord if you buy them at a hardware store. I mean, at least around here anyways. But otherwise, that's the opener. Really can't say too much of anything bad about them. I should get you a model off it. This one we had to make go up high because we had the track it's going over. So this is kind of a interesting job. Let's get you a model. There you go. Now I get a picture of it. The MT51. So, and you know, the one thing too is a sticker is like paper. I don't think that's going to last very long in the environments. So that's the only one thing I'm concerned about, is that that sticker might not hold up in 3, 5, 10 years. And the technician's going to come back and somebody's going to call them on tech support. And they're going to go, "What model do you have?" And the guy's going, I can't tell. It's all gone. So just something to consider, something to think about. Otherwise, I'm going to be back to wiring this thing up. So anyways, hope you guys have a good day. A little insight about the PowerMaster. We'll see. This one's close to home. I want to try them. If we don't have any circuit board problems, they can last 3 to 5 years. We just had another LiftMaster, only 3 years old. Of course, when the customer's asking me, is the circuit board covered? No, I think they only warranty it for, it was just over 3 years. So they're not going to take care of it. It's just a headache anyways. And then LiftMaster's got the whole thing where you got to buy it and then you can send the old one back. And you know, who has time for that? If you're a small business like me, who's got time for that? I mean, who's got time to go check the account? Did we get reimbursed? Did they get it? Did they receive it? And you can't even trust the post office right now with anything, or UPS for that matter. They're having problems. Everybody's having problems. So it's just, I was watching a video last night of this guy, and he was saying how, like, Harbor Freight, you know, tools and stuff like that. And I've heard this twice from mechanics. And he goes, what good does it do you when you're out in the field and it breaks and lets you down, and then you have to run to the store 100 times, even though it's free lifetime warranty? I think there's a very valid point in all that stuff, that I'd rather have good quality stuff from the get-go that you just don't ever have to come back, no problems with, that can just work for 5 or 10, 15 years with no problems. I understand you're gonna get a bug in here and there, but I don't know. So we'll see how these ones do. I hope they treat us well. Please comment below if you know anything about the PowerMasters that I don't, because I get a lot of good feedback from you guys. I get a lot of good feedback from you guys. So help me out with the old PowerMaster, and let's learn together. Take care, guys. See you on the next one.